Hi, welcome to the next Tao in a Minute. Okay, so last week we talked about creating this rapport, this core trust and respect, which is the absolute meat and potatoes. It's the absolute bread and butter of what it is that you need in a relationship. So now we're going to talk about the next step, because some people say, okay, well, we've worked on these things and I've worked on being myself and I really try to let them be themselves, but what do I need to do? Like, be myself. I don't even know how to express myself. This is one of the problems with people before they get in relationships. They don't have a relationship with themselves, right? Your primary relationship in your life is towards you. So the next skill that you get has a lot to do with just you, dealing with yourself and how to express yourself with other people. This skill looks like this. In your daily life, if you live in the past, if you live with, when I was 5, this is what happened to me. When I was 20, this is what happened to me. If you live in those particular parts of your life over and over and over, at 25, then 30, then 35, then 40 and on, then what happens is you stunt yourself at that moment. Regardless of what happened any time of your life, you take that part of your life and you say, how long did this occur? Maybe a year, maybe 5 minutes. Sometimes people can let a very short amount of time rule the rest of their lives. And it really is sad, because life doesn't stop at a particular given trauma. My life, I've had a lot of different traumas, from being shot and stabbed, or different things in my life. But who I am today is who I choose to be today. Those things, they're over, they're done, unless I drag them along with me. So the skill that comes from this next lesson is, can you be playful? Can you be present? And can you allow yourself to be passionate? Does your identity allow you to have passion in your life? Most people, they look for passion in relationships or in their job or in their hobbies. But passion doesn't come from those places. The simplest, most mundane thing can be made a passionate thing if the passion is inside of you. Nothing will give you passion. You must bring passion to whatever you do, and then that becomes passionate. So we have the skill of being present in our life, being here and now, letting right now determine who we choose to be. We have the skill of being playful. You know, some people are so serious because they always want to be right. You want to be right, or do you want to be happy? Playful people aren't looking to be right. Playful people are looking to enjoy the moment that they're in, to enjoy their life as it unfolds before them. There's a sense of wonderment instead of a sense of entitlement. Most people are very serious because life didn't meet their expectations. But expectations are just resentments under construction. Life is not meant to meet your expectations. You are meant to drop your expectations and allow life to unfold. Let the magic unfold. But people refuse to do that because if I don't make life what I want, then I'll never get what I want. But the truth is, do you really even know what you want? Playful people doesn't mean silly, doesn't mean goofy, but playful people is a lightheartedness, making things about being adventure instead of problems, making things being light instead of everything being so heavy weighing upon them. And then the passion gives us the energy to make things light. When we want to do something, we can stay up day and night. When we don't want to do anything, any excuse will do. When you don't want to do something, any excuse will do. So to get the skill of playfulness, presence, and passion in our life, there are a couple of things we need to do. First, to be really able to fuel ourselves with passion, to really be able to fuel ourselves with playfulness, we have to go beyond the superficial. Most people live a very, very superficial life. And the reason for that is simple. To dig deeply, to go deeply within themselves, is to deal with things they don't want to. But to deal with things you don't want to, well, you don't want to because you don't have the language for it. You don't believe the people around you will understand you. But I promise you, you must get into that, because the cure for most of these things is allowing yourself to be intimate daily. What is intimacy? What does it mean to be intimate? Most people confuse intimacy with sexuality, or confuse intimacy with sexual behavior. But no, intimacy is seeing into me, allowing people inside the velvet rope of your heart, allowing people to see your true self. Nothing frightens people more than this. And this is one of the reasons why relationships don't go to the next level. They don't go to that place where they last for a very long time, because a person after a while gets tired of dating or being married to a persona, being married to that mask we talked about in the previous episode. They want to be married to the true self, that one that has fears and happiness and joy, but through it all gets up. Most people live with the daily, what's the point? It doesn't matter. Intimacy allows you to go in and talk about what the point is. Talk about what's going on with you, but not from a complaining situation or complaining standpoint, but one of deep, true caring. When you have daily intimacy and you don't withhold, you don't hold back who you really are, but allow yourself to be vulnerable. For men, I can tell you nothing is more terrifying than being vulnerable, because in most people's mind, vulnerability equals weakness. And this idea came about a long time ago, and it's not only a fallacy, but it's what kills most relationships. Openness and vulnerability are the same thing. To be vulnerable is to be open. Some men say to me, but in a war, if you're vulnerable, that means you're weak to attack. My question is why would you use a metaphor for war and marriage to be the same? Because most people treat relationships like war. Strategy, the other person's the opponent, and we must overcome them and conquer them, smash them. If this is what your marriage or your relationship has devolved into, I plead with you, just end it. Put each other out of your misery, because it's terrible. It will not last. Relationships are about mutual advantage, about taking care of one another and bringing up the best in each other. Vulnerability is the only way. Letting someone in. Most people do not have the core trust and respect. This is why you keep the other person out. But true intimacy is about letting the person in. And the cardinal sin of any relationship, you do not withhold. You cannot withhold. You must give your needs, and you must make sure that your partner gets their needs. If you withhold from your partner, the end of your relationship is almost certainly in sight. And the last part about this, and this is something that you really have to work on, and we're going to talk about this in one more complete separate video by itself, but this is about polarity. So I'm doing this video in a thunderstorm for a reason. There's polarity, there's electricity, there's power in the sky, and nothing brings out more imagination, nothing incites more poetry, more music than thunders and storms. It's an analogy for that which is inside us, that passion. Polarity is when you have a negative and a positive, like in a battery, or a masculine and a feminine. Masculine energy is giving. Masculine energy is putting out, while feminine energy is returning. Feminine energy is receptive, like the cup. There has to be the equal amount of reception and giving. There has to be the equal amount of masculine and feminine energy. And there has to be a constant back and forth of that. Within men, there's a masculine and a feminine. Within feminine, there's a woman, there's a feminine and a masculine. I urge you to seek out an equilibrium within yourself, and I urge you to seek out the equilibrium with your relationship, where one can give and the other one can graciously receive. If you ask me, what is the problem? Why do most people not want to give? Giving is not the issue. Most people have a problem receiving because you don't believe you're worth it. So, to recap, we need to work on being intimate with ourselves and with the other person, the people around us, letting them in, breaking down the walls, and not withholding who we truly are. People crave reality. Reality TV is the least real thing, but it's because people crave seeing real people do real things. I promise you, if you allow your partner, whether it's in business or in your family or your relationship, to see your true self, you become vulnerable and you make a safe place for them to do the same, while keeping this polarity of giving the needs and receiving yours. I tell you that you will have a relationship like no other. Okay? Well, as always, you can comment or ask questions if you like. Hit like if this helped you. Hit share if you think this will help someone else, or you want to create a discussion group. You can always email me offline at lau@fourdragonschool.com. Until then, we'll see you next time on Down in a Minute.